Oh, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? It's me, it's Ken. We're doing that Art Expo thing here, Pier 36. Check it out. This is the work of Gavinger, which is Gavin Gerundo. So, hey Gavin, what's going on? Talk to me.
Hello.
What you got going
I'm here
on?
representing my artwork, this specific niche of my artwork that I've really honed in on. It's been the current peak and focus of my art career.
Nice.
I have a background in like psychedelic, surreal, narrative-driven canvas work, and ultimately those concepts, the journey of the soul and hero's journey have led me to these clocks.
So I heard you say to someone else that this is your first Art Expo New York.
First Art Expo New York, yep.
Sweet.
Yeah,
like it?
I was inspired by being down at Art Basel and Spectrum show down there.
Nice.
And so that brought me here. This is my first time showing in New York at all. First at Art Expo, so very happy to be here.
Let's talk about the work.
Absolutely.
Start over here.
Yeah, so these are all antique pieces that I find mostly around Appalachia, where I'm from.
Okay.
And so I find these pieces, they're pieces that were once, centerpieces of the home. They were heirlooms that were passed down from generation to generation and ultimately forgotten. So
now you've taken the clock and then you've refinished it and...
Yeah, so I find the piece usually in a dusty, musty state somewhere. So I sand it down completely to raw wood. I then prime it with a special paint that adheres to the wood and hardens the outer surface of the wood. From there, I go in with all acrylic paints. Every detail is completely hand painted, so kind of tapping into a similar technique as mandala creation, where it's breath by breath, stroke by stroke.
But now with something like this clock, what about the mechanics part of it?
So the mechanics, I take out the old mechanics of the clock and I replace them with modern mechanics. So the traditional gearwork mechanics are amazingly cool, but incredibly inefficient. You have to wind them up, whether you have to wind them every week or whether you have to wind them every month.
Right.
And then from there, eventually even that stops working, so you have to call in a clock specialist. There are very few clock specialists in the world.
There are.
Fix that. It's a very niche art, and it's it's a dying art. So.
What about these? Oh, these are awesome.
These are jewelry boxes. These are little moments.
In a giant jewelry box.
In a giant jewelry box. So the whole concept with this and with the furniture on a larger scale is to integrate those moments of awe and wonder into our lives. To have these things that surround us that we interact with that create moments of joy and awe. Just enhancing our life, adding that ornament that's often lost.
I love the colors of them too.
Yeah, I like to, I kind of feel out a color for each piece. Everything
Can I pick this up?
Soft and subdued, absolutely. Everything from soft and subdued for a calmer sensation to really vivid and bright for, for more of a pop, wow, awe moment.
I love it though, I love it. These are really great. I love clocks.
Yeah, and clocks, it's like in today's world, we can look at our phone, we can look at our watch and know the time. Especially with the phones though, we don't need any more excuses to look at our phone. So, having these in your home or in your office space, it's an opportunity to draw you into the present moment. That's really what it's about.
And a grandfather clock, this is amazing.
This is the magnum opus, and this is actually where I'm really starting to integrate tech. So I have this company, Space Cadets, that I work with to develop my technology. So we have this right here, which is a touch screen. It uses the same sensation, same technology as a cell phone screen for the touch screen. It's integrated to a little computer which is plugged into the lights, and that allows you to change the modes. You can change the brightness, everything from sound reactive to soft color fades to just your classic, soft white glow.
Amazing.
Yeah, for homes that buy multiple pieces, the lighting systems all communicate with each other. So when you control one and you change the lighting on one, it changes the lighting on all of your pieces. So kind of mood, vibe, curation.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is lovely stuff. I hope, and you sold one.
We love that, yes.
We love
Going
that.
to a happy home.
We love that. And this is going to go up well after the show, of course, because of a backlog of coverage to do.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll have your link and everything. And how many pieces do you find yourself doing in a month?
In a month, I can do anywhere from 10 to 20 pieces.
Holy smoke! Okay, so so you see, my friends, there's no risk of him not having work for you to buy. I just feel I feel weird sometimes when you say like, oh, this is all I have.
Oh no.
Sometimes.
You know, I move through it pretty quickly, but I have a lot of clients. You know, a lot of my work too is like if people have old clocks in their home that have kind of become outdated, I can go in and then I can customize them. So I can create like custom color schemes, certain motifs. You know, I like a lot of temple architecture, mosque architecture, pulling in that. So even like, I want this modeled after the blue mosque, and you know, in beige tones or in gold tones. You know, I love doing custom work.
All right, Gavin, I'm going to let you get back to the business of getting people into this booth and laying down that cash. I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to me. All right, my friends, you know how it works. From the Gavinger booth, breathing life into time at Artexpo 2025. It's me, it's Ken. 3 things, my friends. 3 things. Subscribe, click that there notification bell. I never click the notification bell, but I want you to. All right, and also leave a comment on the video because that helps me and lets me talk back to you. All right, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.